Hello, and welcome. My name is MiniBetrayal, and this is Satisfactory. I am standing here in the new steel area, I guess, with our stator production. We currently have 51 of them sitting in there. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is just basically get a really long belt. Hopefully 441 plates is going to be enough. And I'm going to take this home. Right, where's home? This way! Let's go! Okay, there we go. So that comes from... it's there-ish, I guess. All the way down, up and over. And I haven't taken them back to the main base. I brought them back here. To where... or to near where this... that seems like the wrong colour. Ah, yes. Hang on. Let me fix colours for a second. All done. Yeah, for some reason the colours didn't seem to get saved. But yes, anyway, what I will do, because this is where my... No, this is where my rotor production is. How many do I have? Ooh, lots of rotors. That's nice. Okay, so... what we are going to do now, as mentioned last episode, we are going to go on a Caterium hunt. So I've got a bunch of crap in my inventory at the moment. Let me go back and drop that off, and I'll probably stock up on... I'll bring like 2 stacks of spiked rebar with me, and... ooh. Whoops. Okay, my pop shield has just fallen over. What was I saying? I'll empty my inventory and bring some stuff. And fix up this pop shield. Okay, I think this seems like a reasonable inventory. So... where is Caterium? I remember it being... it was about 500 odd meters away? 583 meters this way. It doesn't look as though it's too far away from my iron stuff down here. Anyway, let's go find it. Am I going to have to run through this poison? Oh no, it's up on that island. Okay, let's go around. There's some copper here if I need it. Oh. There appears to be a large pair of breasts on top of it. Can I get rid of that? Let's make a quick bridge. Okay, so I can get some Caterium, but I don't know... I think there is planned a way of getting rid of... actually, I was going to say, I think there is planned a way of getting rid of rocks, but we don't have it yet. However, if I stand in a clever place here... no, that didn't get rid of the rocks. And it's not going to let me put a miner down on that, is it? Production, miner. Floor is too steep. Floor is too steep. Oh. And then encroaching others' clearance? What could you possibly be encroaching the clearance of? Unless they count as... okay, so, alright, we might have to see if we can find another Caterium deposit to actually put a proper miner on. But what I should be able to do, let's just track that down. Let me get some of these guys. I sort of nestle these in there. Yeah, he's getting Caterium. Is that close enough? Yeah. Oh, I can just pick it up from here. Okay. Don't have to be right in the middle. Yeah, so let's put down a bunch of these guys. Just to actually get me some. Okay, I'll leave them running. Now, where is the next nearest Caterium deposit? 600 odd meters that way. I should probably make this a proper let's get myself a proper woohee safe bridge, so things like that don't happen. That'll do. Okay, and right, which way? It was this way, I think it was. This way. Hopefully this one isn't covered by a pair of breasts. Okay, I think I saw it was up on that like outcrop in the middle of the waterfall. So okay, yeah, I'll have to go up there. Let me grab this slug and then we'll see what we can do. Okay, I don't see any breasts on it, which is good. There is, however, a bug tree, so we'll need to deal with that. That looks good. Okay, then let's get out my basher and bash some bugs. That is much easier than the zapper. Here we go. This looks nice. Yeah, pure Caterium ore. And yeah, that's in the right place. Okay, let's stick down a miner. That's the button I want. That'll give me 120 per minute, which is nice. Okay. Then where shall I put this? I guess I'll bring this back to main base. Yeah, it's not that far. I'm going to do it with normal belts though, because I don't think I really need 120 Caterium per minute, at least not yet. Now, can I bridge this gap with a single belt? I don't believe I can. Can I get down to there? Oh, no. Mind you, it looks as though it's gonna let me just put it in the water. I don't want to do that though. That looks rubbish. There we go. I've given it a platform, so you know my Caterium isn't going to get washed off by the waterfall. I don't think I should have come down here. I'm not convinced I can get back up. Okay, the belt is back, and I've also hooked it up into a smelter and a constructor to make quick wire. Now, a quick note about the numbers here. 4 Caterium ore makes 1 Caterium ingot, and it makes them every 4 seconds. So a full belt can only make 15 Caterium ingots per minute, whereas this one can actually take 15 Caterium ingots per minute and output 60 quick-wire per minute. So the ratios actually work out quite nicely. Okay, I do need to give it power. So let me run along this way and I'll extend a power line out to the actual miner. Okay, and connected. Okay, so that should start giving us some Caterium ore, and Caterium ingots and Caterium quick-wire. So I'll leave that to do its thing. It'll take an age for it to get back to the base, so I think it will actually be quicker if I run over to the breast Caterium deposit. That is apparently just what it's called now. I have those portable miners that I've set up, so I can pinch some from that, and I should be able to make myself a set of blade runners. It was over here somewhere, I think. Yeah, there's my bridge. There's the breasts. Mine. 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 Okay, then I just want a craft bench. Caterium ingots. Not enough space in inventory. Again, I just have a random petal. And then I need some quick wire. That should be enough for what I want to do. Let me throw down an equipment workshop and blade runners. Okay. So we'll take the rest of this back to base. Oh, they're already done. Okay. Let's see what these do. Okay, so just for comparison, I am currently just running at the moment, not even sprinting, and that's a jump. Okay. Oh, let's get over these belts. So, running, sprinting, and... ooh, they even go on the body. Blade running. Okay, it's... yeah, that's noticeably faster. What if I... what if I... no. Oh, can I not sprint? So, sprint, that's just normal running. Okay, so normal running is the same speed, it's just the sprinting that gets faster. Okay. Alright. So, the other thing I wanted to do with Quickwire, there's a research item available. Oh, and that has stacked up of modular frames. So we really need to get the motors running. In here. Quickwire. Research. Go. That takes 20... what was that? 22.5 minutes. That'll take a while. And also, I picked up a bacon mushroom somewhere. So... select milestone, put in the bacon, launch pod. Okay, now for some reason those ones don't actually require anything to be launched. But there you go. Okay, so let's fill in as much of this as we can. Okay, so now it is just the motors that we need to make. So we are making rotors and we are making stators. Now we just need to add them together. So let's come over here and get ourselves an assembler. Let's just put it... well, let's just put it there for now. And please make motors. So yeah, they take 2 rotors at 10 per minute, 2 stators at 10 per minute, and they make 1 motor at 5 per minute. Now we are producing 12 stators per minute, because we've got 2 machines making them. At the moment, I think we've only got 1 machine making rotors. Let me get rid of some of these belts. Okay, so a rotor making machine needs 89 rods per minute and 132 screws per minute, which is a lot of screws. So let's see, what... let me figure out how these rods are going at the moment, because they don't appear to be going full time wherever they're going. So I completely changed my mind. I have decided instead that I am indeed going to make rotors in the same place as I am making stators, and then I will make all the motors over there as well. So I'm just making boxes and boxes of stators at the moment because my inventory is full. I'll come back and pick those up later. Okay. So, how many of these have we got? 50. Okay, I'll stick those in there as well. Right, so, what we're going to do... actually, let's... I need more storage space. Okay, that'll do. So let's pick up that. Oh, I don't need all of those stators on me. There we go. Dismantle. Dismantle. Actually, I didn't want to dismantle that. Never mind. It's done. Okay, so we are going to have another assembler. And I'm going to put it there, I think. I think that works. So then if we get a merger, and I want it to line up with both of these machines, there. Okay, so I'll have a belt coming out from there into there, belt coming from there to there, belt coming from there out to there, and there into... oh no, that comes out one too far. There to there, then there into that merger. Okay, and then these two assemblers are going to be mirrored on the other side. Like that, and I need to give myself enough space there. I think that's mirrored. That looks better. Okay, and we'll have similarly, we'll have an assembler that lines up with that one and that one, with a merger, with belts, okay, and these are going to make rotors. So rotor, rotor, so we'll feed rotors in on the left, stators in on the right, and you are going to make motors. Let me see, I should just be able to feed you a stack of stators just to get things started a little easier. In fact, let me see if I can back up the system with stators just to help get rid of some of the hundreds that I picked up. Now, these guys, they need iron rods and screws, but screws are made of iron rods. But we have two pure iron deposits over there that aren't being used for anything at the moment. So that, I think, is where we are going to make them. So, no, it's not a smelter we need. It is constructors. How have I got this done over there? In fact, let me double check the times. So an iron rod turns 15 per minute into 15 per minute, and that turns 15 per minute into 90 per minute. So two of these machines need... it's 132 per minute. So two screw machines will be enough spread between the two of them. So they need... no. 3 screw machines will be enough for both of them? Why 132? That's such a horrible number. So 132 times 2, that's 264. Divided by 90 is, according to this thing in my hand that is not a calculator, is 2.93 recurring. So, yes, we need 3 machines turning rods into screws. And then, for each of them, we need 1 machine turning ingots into rods. And then, how many rods do these guys want? 18. So, and we also need 3 machines turning ingots into rods just for that then. Okay, so we need 6 machines, 6 constructors, 3 making screws, 3 making rods. And then the screw ones, they need an additional 3 turning, making the rods in the first place. Okay, I've got an idea about this. I don't know how it'll work neat-wise, but let's just throw some stuff down and see what I come up with. Okay, I have popped back to the base for a couple of reasons. Firstly, I have finished my design, but turns out for it to work properly, I need Mark III belts. But of course, the design I'm making is actually the motors. So I came back and with all of those status I picked up off the belt, I may or may not have just handcrafted 50 motors. Oop. So now we can make Mark III belts.
Milestone reached. Logistics have improved by the means of a container with increased storage capacity and enhanced conveyor belt efficiency.
Okay, and this conveyor belt transports up to 270 resources per minute, which is actually more than double Mark II, so it goes from 120 to 270, but I suppose, luckily as much as anything, that is 3 times 90, which means one Mark III belt can be filled by 3 constructors making screws, which is what I needed it for. The other thing I came back for was this guy. We've done the quick wire research.
New technologies have been developed based on this new element, primarily in power and electronics, and can now be accessed in Hub Tier 5.
Hub Tier 5? Okay. I haven't even unlocked that yet. So, yes, complete space elevator phase 2. So I guess let's go do that. Actually, I'll do it when I'm over there. So I have bought a belt back. Instead of taking it down there now to go and mix with the rotors, I've just plugged it straight into the space elevator. So we can follow this back to the motor outpost. Okay, and then as I said, we've got a little bit of Mark III belt shenanigans to work with. So for that I need some steel beams. So for some reason I have a bunch of steel ingots on me. Did I use them? Well, nevertheless, there is a bunch of steel ingots in these machines. Yoink. Okay, so that will let me make some steel beams from which I can make the Mark III belts. Okay, that should be enough to be getting on with. So these are my machines making screws. So, okay. Let me get this the right way around. So this one here should be a Mark II belt. There. Well, can I just... Oh, actually it already is a Mark II belt. As is that one. As is that one. So all 3 of them feed into this merger. So this one here needs to be carrying at least 270 per minute. Ooh, that looks fast. Okay, and then this, they take more than 120, so this also needs to be Mark III. As does this and this. Okay, I think that is everything. So let me find myself a vantage point again and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, so we have 2 assemblers here. These are making the rotors. They feed into that machine, which makes motors. They each have 2 inputs. So one side of it, so the far side from here, comes under there. That is a merger. That is a splitter. In fact, if I go into photo mode, I can zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so that is a merger, that is a splitter. So first I am merging all 3 screw constructors into one, and then I'm splitting it into 2. So we've got 90 and half of 90, so 135 screws. You only need 132, but 135 is enough. And each of those screw constructors are fed by a rod constructor. And on this side we've just got 3 rod constructors. There's not much more to say about that. And then at the back we've got 3 furnaces. 3 smelters feeding into a splitter. So those two are exactly the same. And then the splitter each feeds half of the output from the splitter each feeds a rod machine. And then those 3 smelters are getting their input from this line here, which comes from there, which comes from the remaining 2 miners that we weren't using. So, in theory, all I need to do is that. And things should start turning on. I notice for some reason that I have a thing over there that's not blue. So, little trick. If you just slightly change the colour and update it, it should update everything in the world. Why are you not changing colour? Okay, so we're making the iron ingots. Can't even squirt you. I'll squirt you a different colour? Yeah. Except still not that bit at the top. It also seems to be shaking rather a lot. I don't like it, it's not blue. It's not good enough. There we go. Colours do weird things in this game sometimes. Alright, let's plug that back in. And there. Okay. Now, let's see how things are going on this end. You don't appear to have done anything yet. You're waiting on screws? Why are you not getting screws? Oh, because I never set these up. That would go some way. Oh, I never plugged these in either. That would also go some way towards explaining why I'm not getting any screws. Right, you need to be rods. You're already doing rods. You need to be rods. Yeah, I built the machines. Looks like I didn't set most of them up. Rods. Screws. Rods. Screws. Rods. Screws. And belts. Okay, we're getting some rotors coming through from both machines. That's good. And we are making our first motor. Excellent. So now it's just a case of waiting for enough of these to be made to actually fill up the space elevator. Okay. Well, there's a couple of things I want to do. So, oh, there's the steel ingots that I was holding earlier. Yes, there's a couple of things I want to do that requires steel ingots actually. So I am going to come along the back here and just pinch a bunch of steel ingots. Because I want a couple of Mark III belts at my base. Okay, so a quick trip back to the motor base again, because it turns out I still didn't have enough steel. And this should be my last trip. The motors are already making their way into the space elevator. I'm guessing we should have about 10, 15 of them in there. Let's have a quick look. We have 7, okay, not quite that many. But yes, what I was doing is just making some Mark III belts along here, because I go to the base down there quite frequently, and now I've got Mark III belts. I think it might actually be the Mark IV belts I need, but certainly even without running now, so I'm still moving pretty fast. I think maybe it is slightly faster. Okay, so yeah, let's leave it there for today. I think what I'll do, because I don't think there's much left to actually do until we get the next layer of space elevator now. So yeah, it's chugging along. It'll take a little while because we are making, what is it, 5 per minute? So if we need 150, that's going to be at least half an hour. So yeah, probably what I will do is I will go exploring or something, and I will record myself, and if anything interesting happens, maybe it'll make it into the next episode. If not, then I guess next episode we'll start off by sending up the next payload for Project Assembly. In the meantime though, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.